Hello everybody, Mega Goal number 5, third secondary, and this is unit number 3, which is called What Will They Think of Next? This is as well as the first lesson in this unit, which is called Listen and Discuss on pages 34 and 35. Let's take a look at the objectives. The first objective, we should listen to answer the questions. Number 2, read and give the meaning of the new words. And number 3, we should discuss the lesson. راح نسمع عشان نجاوب على الأسئلة، راح نقرأ ونعطي المعنى الصحيح للكلمات الجديدة، وآخر حاجة راح نناقش الدرس. Now this unit is called What Will They Think of Next? On pages 34 and 35. Now, before we start, I'd like to introduce you to the new words. Circuits, circuits. Condensed, condensed. Determined, determined. Extensively, extensively. Rank, rank. Span. Now, before we start listening to the text, I'd like to ask you this question. What things that we take for granted today did people not have 100 years ago? So, in other words, what are the things that we take for granted today but your grandfathers or your grandmothers didn't have? شو الأشياء اللي ناخذها في حياتنا كأمر مفروغ منه بس في الحقيقة 100 سنة من 100 سنة ما كانت موجودة. Such as what? Give me an example. Yes, computers are one of the things that we take for granted, but they didn't exist 100 years ago. As well for cell phones. Yes. Very good. So you can come up with lots of things that didn't exist 100 years ago, but we take them for granted. Take for granted معناها كأمر مفروغ منه. Now, right now I have another question for you before we start listening to the text. Can you name a discovery or a development that you think people will have or use 100 years from now? So you can just take your time and think about a discovery or a development. ممكن يكون أي شيء تطور أو اختراع تتوقعون إنه يوجد في خلال 100 سنة القادمة وممكن الناس تستخدمه أو بيكون عندها. Just if you come up with an answer, you can just leave it in the comment box below. If you would like, of course, to share your answers. إذا عندكم أي إجابة ممكن تتركونها في بوكس التعليقات. Now let's move on to the next slide. So this unit is called What Will They Think of Next? Listen and discuss. Right now I'm gonna run the audio for you and try to follow up as you listen, and then later on we will discuss what you have listened to.
Unit 3. What will they think of next? Pages 34 and 35. 1. Listen and discuss.
In 1900, a popular American magazine called Ladies' Home Journal published an article called What May Happen in the Next 100 Years, making predictions about what life would be like in the year 2001. Read and discuss the predictions. People.
Okay, so we will stop here and we will discuss the introduction of this text. So, in the year 1900, a popular American magazine published an article called What May Happen in the Next 100 Years, making prediction about what life would be like in the year 2001. في عام 1900 في مجلة أمريكية مشهورة نشرت مقال بعنوان ما المتوقع أنه يحصل في خلال 100 سنة القادمة أو في المقبلة 100 سنة المقبلة. طبعا في هالمقال كان بعض التوقعات عن كيف ستبدو الحياة في عام 2001. Okay? Now they have made predictions about people, languages, transportation, traffic, media, and communication as well. Right now we will be reading or we will be listening about these predictions, and then later on we will discuss them. So get ready to listen to the prediction which was published in this article.
People will be taller by 1 to 2 inches. This increase in height will be a result of better health due to improvements in medicine, sanitation, and diet. The average life expectancy will have risen from the current age of 35 to the age of 50. Language. There will be no C, X, or Q in the English alphabet, as these letters will have been determined to be unnecessary. Spelling by sound will have been adopted. English will have become a language of condensed words. English will also be more extensively spoken than any other language. Russian will rank second. Transportation. Cars will be cheaper than horses are today. Automobiles will have been substituted for every horse vehicle now known. A 1-pound motor in one of these vehicles will do the work of a pair of horses or more. There will be airships, but they will not successfully compete with cars and ships for passenger or freight traffic. They will be used mainly by the military. Traffic. There will be no traffic on the streets of large cities. All traffic, including subways, cars, and buses, will be either below ground or high above ground. Moving sidewalks, stairways will connect them to the street level. The vehicles on the busy underground and overhead streets will have cushioned wheels. Therefore, there will be almost no noise in cities. Media.
So right now we will discuss part of these predictions. Okay, when it comes to people will be taller due to a better health. The average life expectancy will have risen from the current age of 35 to the age of 50. طبعا يتوقعون ان الاشخاص او الناس يكونون اطول من اللي هم كانوا طبعا في عام 1900 بسبب ان الحياة الصحية اصبحت افضل. برضو يتوقعون ان معدل او متوسط عمر الانسان بيرتفع من عمر 35 في ذاك الوقت الى عمر 50 سنة. طبعا كلها بسبب a better health، بسبب حياة صحية افضل. Okay. As for languages, there will be no C, X, or Q in the English alphabet, as these letters will have been determined to be unnecessary. Spelling by sounds will be adopted as well. بعض الحروف مثل C و X و Q في اللغة الإنجليزية ما راح يكون لهم وجود لأنهم مو مهمين. Okay. بيقررون أنهم مو مهمين. برضو راح يتبنون الإملاء عن طريق الأصوات. English will have become the language of shortened words. English will be ranked the first language in the world. Russian will rank the second. يعني راح تكون اللغة الإنجليزية اللي هي لغة الاختصارات أو الحروف راح تكون الكلمات راح تكون مختصرة shortened أو موجزة. وكذلك اللغة الإنجليزية يتوقع أنها تكون اللغة الأولى في العالم لأنها راح يتكلمونها على نطاق واسع، واللغة الروسية راح تأتي في المرتبة الثانية. As for transportations, cars will be cheaper than horses are today. Automobiles will replace every horse vehicle now known. These vehicles will do the work of a pair of horses or more. طبعا obviously in the year في عام 1900 they had horses vehicles, كان عندهم عربات تقودهم الأحصنة. So they expect that in the year 2001 cars will be cheaper. راح تصبح السيارات أرخص من الأحصنة، وكذلك راح تحل محل اللي هي العربات اللي تجرها الأحصنة، وبرضو السيارة راح تسوي شغل أكثر من حصان أو يمكن أكثر من حصانين أو أكثر يعني. As for transportation as well, there will be airships, but they will not compete with cars or ship, and they will be mainly used by the military. يتوقعون أن يكون في airships اللي هم يعني مثل airplanes، لكن يتوقعونها ما تنافس السيارات وكذلك السفن، وبرضو يتوقعون أنها بتكون فقط لاستخدام الجيش military. Now as for traffic، بالنسبة للازدحام المروري there will be no traffic on the street of large cities. يتوقعون ما يكون في ازدحام مروري. All traffic will be either below ground or high above the ground. ممكن يكون تحت الأرض أو فوق الأرض. Stairways will connect them to the street level, and the vehicle will have cushioned wheels. Therefore, there will be almost no noise in the cities. برضو يتوقعون أن يكون سيارات لهم cushion wheels ما تصدر أصوات مزعجة، فما بيكون في noise في المدينة، أو in other words noise pollution اللي هو noise pollution اللي هو التلوث السمعي or so. So this is for traffic. Now we will continue listening to media, deliveries, communication. What predictions they published regarding the media, deliveries, and communication in this article. Let's listen and discuss it later on.
Photographs will be telegraphed from any distance. If there is an important event happening halfway around the world, photographs of the event will be published in newspapers an hour later. Deliveries. When people make purchases from stores, their purchases will be delivered by tubes, connected from the store to houses. These tubes will also collect, deliver, and transport mail over distances, perhaps for hundreds of miles. Communication. Wireless telephone circuits will span the world. A person in New York will easily be able to call someone in China.
Okay, so right now we have listened to predictions regarding media, deliveries, and communication. Let's discuss them. As for media, they predict that photographs will be telegraphed from any distance. Photographs of any event halfway around the world will published in a newspaper or in the newspaper an hour later. يعني يتوقعون أن الصور راح يتم إرسالها من خلال مسافات بعيدة. ففرضا في مناسبة في الجزء الآخر من العالم halfway around the world راح تنشر في الجريدة بعد ساعة تقريبا. Actually right now it is published in half a second حتى في نصف ثانية. Okay. As for deliveries بالنسبة للتوصيلات, if people make purchases from stores, their purchases will be delivered by tubes. These tubes will connect from the store to the houses and also will collect delivery and transport mail over distance. يتوقعون أن مثلا إذا شريت أي شيء من أي مشتريات من المحل راح يتم توصيلها بواسطة tubes أنابيب يعني مثلا. Okay. These tubes هذه راح تصل المحلات بالمنازل. Okay. And also will collect برضو راح يجمعون delivery and transport mail راح ينقل البريد over distance من خلال مسافات بعيدة. This is a prediction regarding deliveries. Okay, as for communication اللي هو التواصل, wireless telephone circuits will span the world. Okay, you will easily be able to call anyone in the world. يعني متوقع انه يكون في دائرة من الوايرلس، يعني شبكة الاتصالات اللاسلكية في العالم كله. Okay, بذلك you will easily call anyone in the world. ممكن تكلم أي شخص في العالم. If you are, for example, in the United States, you will be able to call anyone in China, for example, easily, بكل سهولة. Of course, again, these predictions were made 100 years ago, and they were published in an article in an American magazine. So probably you say, ممكن تقولون, that these predictions are right now, they came true, they came to be true, أصبحوا حقيقة. So you can just reflect on these predictions and think about what other things that you, or development that you think that people may use or have in the next 100 years ago from now. عفوا أقصد إن مثلا ممكن فقط الآن تفكرون بعمق شنو ممكن الاختراعات أو التطورات اللي تحصل والناس راح تكون عندها في خلال 100 سنة القادمة من الآن. Now let's take a look at the quick check. Okay, as for the vocabulary, we have already discussed them, as you know, and right now we are asked to match each word to its definition. So circuits, okay, so I'm gonna just run them right now. Now circuits means paths for electrical currents. As for condensed, shortened. Determined, decided. Extensively means covering a wide range of area. Rank, position in an ordered group. Span, extended across. So right now we have reached the end of the lesson. I hope that you have enjoyed the lesson. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video, and leave me a thumb up. And if you have a question of any kind, just leave it in the comment box below. Till next time, have a good one.